right, let's do problem 1.3. I'm going to show you guys in a different way how to do this one. I'm thinking just doing a bunch of steps in different trees since I've been showing you how to do things all in one sketch. So let's try that out. We're going to do extrude, boss base. We'll start on our front plane. This circle is in the middle. So let's start with this first circle. So we put that circle there. The other one works off of this one, so we'll put it out here. The dimension for this one is, it says 20 diameter, and then this is another 6-inch radius from there, so 12 plus 20 is 32. So let's do 32 for that one. And this one is a radius of 9, so this will be 18. Okay. Now I want these two, so click on the middle of this one and click on the hit control and hit the middle of this one, and I want these to be horizontal, so that sets that constraint. And then our dimension from here to here is 38. Okay, so that's fully constrained. Now I want to do a tangent line. Sometimes this gives me a little bit of a hard time, so let's see if it does. I just pick somewhere on this arc here, and then I go over to this side, and you see how it popped out a tangent, that little square right there. That's where I want to set my line. Do the same for the bottom, so pick somewhere on this arc, then I'm gonna look for this part here, so that's where it's tangent, and click on there. Okay, so it didn't do it quite right. See how this one is movable? So let's get rid of this one. I think sometimes these lines here kind of make this a little bit harder to do. So let's get them out of the way. Again, let's go. Let's pick a spot here, and then let's pick the tangent here. Okay, so there it is. So that's that outside shape there. So now let's just trim the entities. Let's get rid of this one here, and let's get rid of this one here. Since it's gonna be, since we're gonna cut this out here, might as well just make this circle at this time too. So let's create a circle here, and then that one is, we know from here to here, it's 6 millimeters. So we're gonna exit the sketch, and then the thickness of this is 6 millimeters, so we'll create this at 6. Okay, check mark. Okay, so we have this thing going on. You know, we probably should have added that, but because I know that goes all the way through this, we'll do that afterwards. So let's make this shape here. So it looks like it's the same radius as whatever this radius is on top, which is 9. And then it goes 24 inches deep, and then that one gets pushed out this way. So let's do that. So we'll build it on this back side. Again, circle, find the center of this circle that's here, because that's where we're going, from here to here. Okay, that's there. Again, we can smart dimension this. We know it's 18, so that's good. Exit sketch, and this one we're extruding for 24 millimeters. Okay, check mark. Okay, now there's this boss that's sticking out, goes 14 inches. So you can do it a couple different ways. We know that this is 6 minus 14, that's 8, so you can just extrude it from here 8. But if you wanted to use this dimension, we can actually also draw it from this side. So let's just do that. So we're gonna extrude it from this side. We're gonna select this circle, so use this center, go all the way out because we know it's out to the edge. And then I want to use this circle here that's there, so we can convert entities. Select that inner circle and then select check mark, so that creates that inner circle. Let's just smart dimension this because it's asking us to. So that's 32, smart dimension, exit sketch. So we're not extruding this way, we want it to go the other way, so we're going to change the direction right here. And because this is from here to here, which is the same distance from here to here, we're gonna make this one 14, and then check mark, and then that is that. So the only thing I think left to do is make that hole through here. So we can do extrude cut. We can select this face, you can select this face, it doesn't really matter. We'll select this one just because it's easier to see. We're going to create another circle right in the middle of this circle, and then smart dimension it, and that distance is 6 diameter. Okay, smart dimension, exit sketch. Alright, so we actually want this to go all the way through, so you can do through all. I'll just cut through everything. There's also another feature where you can do a blind hole and then just give it a dimension that is greater than the 24 plus 6 than the 30. So you could do a blind, and then the other one that's pretty good to use, you use up to surface, so that'll take you all the way up to the next surface that's available. So if you do this one, you just got to select what surface you want it to go to. So if we want it to go to that one, now it'll cut all the way up to that one. You could also do up to next, which does the same thing because it's looking for the next face that is available. So either of those will work. We'll just keep it up to next, check mark, and then there's your hole there. So yeah, so this is your entire part, and then again, it gives you the volume, so we can go to evaluate, select mass properties, and this is 16267.9, so yeah, just about right there. So yeah, it gets you to kind of where you need to go. So yeah, this one we did 3 different steps, or 4 different steps to get to the part. You could have drawn all of these features, every single one of these on this first sketch here, and then just extruded each one however you wanted. This is just a different way, and that way I got to show you a couple different ways to do things. So yeah, hope this helps. We'll do 1.4 next. All right, thank you. Bye.